The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's Trubisky to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
91. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
If you want the mic. If you don't get this.
What? Squeeze.
You think you won't get this?
Under 10. Under 10.
To throw on 3rd down. Gordon. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Bryant has it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 18.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, mythological thing that we do, if you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Alpha. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon. He's got a man. It's Williams. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and 13. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This is Johnson. He's got it. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Come on, set, 50, plant, 5. Ready?
Off the play fake. Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. It's caught by Bryant. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they got the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Complete to Bryant. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man Johnson, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gordon. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Complete to Hunter Renfrow. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Raiders.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Will. Get it.
From the gun, Gordon. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ready, break.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got you, Pop.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, exit.
On 3rd down, Gordon. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play that time for the Raiders. 59 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Lock in.
On first down, here's Love. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now it's Trubisky, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Barely got the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Off play action. Gordon. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second 7. Back to throw. Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Look at me. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon, he'll rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. The open man here, Renfro. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon, he gets this one to Johnson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Ready up. 56, Mike, 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 24. Come. Let's go.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's got some space here. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Gordon. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Alert, 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 alert.
off here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Gordon. Caught out right by Renfro.
Gordon's pass complete to Hunter Renfro. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gordon. It's caught. Jones. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Gordon. Open man, that's Renfro. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Gordon. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Gordon. Caught by Jones. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. taking it in from 11 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. Back to throw. Gordon. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 48 yards. Back to throw. Bryant has it. He's got the first down inside the... Oh, no, he lost the football. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll come up on a first and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Back to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr. with time running out, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the blitz does come. He completes it to Jones. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or two short of the crossbar. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for